The economic price that the world may have to pay for the coronavirus-induced crisis seems to be getting more and more distressing. According to IMF, the pandemic will drag Asia's growth to nil, a first in 60 years. The Niti Aayog, however, said India might be able to avoid such a situation. Hello everyone, this is day 23rd of India lockdown and here are some stories that made headlines today. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman met Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday to finalize the stimulus and support measures to counter the severe economic impact of COVID-19. Sources say the upcoming package is likely to focus on the MSME sector, which has been the worst hit so far. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has pitched for aggressively expanding coronavirus testing across the country and adopting it as a strategic instrument to defeat the pandemic. Addressing a presser via video conference, Gandhi also said the lockdown is not a solution to the pandemic and the time must be utilized to significantly bolster the existing medical infrastructure as well as take steps to deal with the worrying economic fallout. Authorities say over 70 families in South Delhi have been told to observe self-quarantine after a pizza delivery boy tested positive for COVID-19. He is now undergoing treatment at a hospital while others who came in his contact are also being monitored. Some of the orders from this outlet were also made through food delivery giant Zomato, which said that while all the colleagues of the delivery boy have tested negative, as a precautionary measure, the restaurant has suspended operations for the time being. Electronic items like mobile phones, TVs, laptops will be available on the e-commerce platforms from April 20. The clarification from a senior Home Ministry official came a day after Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla issued a revised guidelines for the extended lockdown period till May 3rd. Directorate General of Civil Aviation has directed airlines to make a full refund to passengers for domestic and international flight cancellations during March 25th till April 14th. Now my colleague Sandesh will take you through the numbers across different states. Over to you, Sandesh.
Thanks, Deepshika. Here are the numbers as of 6 pm today. Total cases in India have risen to 12,759 with 420 deaths so far. Health Ministry in a press conference today said India in the last 24 hours have reported 941 new coronavirus cases, 183 recoveries and 37 new deaths. Meanwhile, 325 districts in India have no cases of coronavirus. Maharashtra has become the first state to breach 3,000 mark, but there is a silver lining. India's worst affected state saw a 34% dip in new cases recorded yesterday. Meanwhile, Mumbai reported a 35% dip. Here is the latest tally so far. 159 new cases reported in Indore, total in district now 597. Gujarat reports 105 new cases. With this, state tally rises to 871. 25 new cases in Rajasthan. The total number of cases now stands at 1104. Tamil Nadu reports 25 new cases, tally up to 1267. Asia's biggest slum Dharavi reports 11 more cases. In Maharashtra, 165 new cases were reported and the death toll stands at 187. Death toll in Karnataka now 13. 3 more deaths take Gujarat's toll to 36. Pune reports 1 more death, toll rises to 44. That's it from my side. Back to you, Deepshika.
Thanks for all the updates, Sandesh. Now let's take a look at how the markets performed today. My colleague Saloni will take you through the same.
Thank you, Deepshika. Here's a look at what happened in the Indian equity market today. While Sensex and Nifty snapped their two-day losing streak, Sensex added 223 points, while Nifty ended just shy of the 9,000 mark. Positive comments from Niti Aayog's Vice Chairman Rajiv Kumar on Indian economic growth outlook, hopes of another stimulus package from the government, and firm cues from European markets helped the sentiment on street. RIL and bank stocks were the top Sensex contributors. On the other hand, the rupee plunged 43 paise to hit a fresh low of 76.87 against the US dollar. In the oil market, Brent crude futures rose over 2% after hitting 18-year low in the previous session. Well, that's it from my side. Back to you.
Now let's take a look at the major headlines for today from all around the world. President Donald Trump said on Wednesday that the United States is past the worst of the coronavirus pandemic and that he will announce guidelines for reopening the economy. The guidelines are expected today. Many business leaders told him they need more coronavirus testing and personal protective equipment before people can safely go back to work. Germany on Wednesday unveiled plans to lift some restrictions imposed because of the coronavirus pandemic, becoming the first major European nation to take on the delicate task of reopening without triggering a new wave of infections. Describing the COVID-19 pandemic as a crisis like no other, the head of International Monetary Fund has said that the international body is proposing to use all its $1 trillion lending capacity to support countries battling the outbreak. IMF also painted a bleak picture about Asia's economic growth, saying this year's growth will grind to a halt for the first time in 60 years, as the coronavirus crisis takes an unprecedented toll on the region's service sector and major export destinations. The global death toll from the virus stands at 1,37,666, with over 2 million contracting this virus. Well, that was all for today. Stay home, stay safe, and stay tuned to theeconomictimes.com.